Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, let us begin. Whenever we last left off in this series, quite a number of things have happened. The League of Assassins kidnapped Aval, Deku's son. They also kidnapped Lois Lane, who I briefly forgot about in the last part. And, well, they also kidnapped Harley Quinn's daughter, Oliver Queen and Diana Queen's son, and Black Lightning's children. Now, a lot is beginning to happen. Right now, Deku and Wonder Woman, they fought a Mazo. Deku made a deal with Queen Hippolyta. And right now, Wonder Woman, she's been brought back into the fold. Now, Deku, him and Diana faced off against a Mazo. Kara got involved in the three, they battled against this mechanical monster. For the first time in Deku's life, he was really being pushed, really being broken. The Mazo has the powers of the Justice League, and Deku, he was barely able to stay ahead of it. Using his tactical mind, his combat experience, all the years he's trained, Diana got taken down. Kara, whenever she was sun-amped, was taken down. She damaged the Amazo, and yes, he had a fighting chance, but it almost killed him. On the moon, the two crashed down, and the Amazo started breaking every single bone in his body, starting from his legs, working its way up. The Amazo was going to kill him. It was going to break his neck and leave him dead on the moon. However, something strange happened. Clark showed up. But it wasn't his Clark. Now, with that being said, Deku was saved by, well, if I remember correctly, pre-Crisis Superman from Earth 2. Now then, with that out of the way and said, let us start. We'll start with Deku. Deku, right now, after being brought back down to Earth, he introduced them to Clark. Deku briefly at least collapsing because of how bad his injuries are. Now, Deku's body is trying to heal. Deku himself, though, has exerted quite a lot of power. And while he may not have gone supernova like Kara, there was the fact that he is still dealing with all this internal damage. Now, Deku was brought back to Mount Justice, where the other Clark tried to explain what was going on, and Deku, he was actually given cast and even things to help his injuries, along with him being put under a yellow sun lamp. Now, they're not too sure how long it will take a Kryptonian to heal, but this will definitely help. Now, Deku currently sat there, and there actually was Kara, who was also bedridden, in the same room. And whenever Clark did come walking to the room, Kara was taken aback. The two were in the middle of talking. And then Clark, he sat down in a chair, got himself a bit more comfortable, and then tried to talk. And currently Kara does stare at her cousin? Now, Kara asked questions, Superman answering, and then at least trying to get a few questions answered himself. Now, right now, he does get a somewhat look at both of the two. Him trying to ask Kara if she's, well, his counterpart's cousin. Yeah, I am. What's up? What's going on? Nothing, it's just... You remind me a lot of her. I am getting old. Anyways, I've tried to explain the whole situation to your teams, but a lot of things I've seen on this world, it's very, bad. Your teams have given me a rundown, and I've also seen your, well, memorials. Now, right now Kara, she's gonna fall silent. And right now there is Deku, who does actually someone go to start talking and catching this Superman off guard. And Deku could ask him, straight out and flat with no warning. What exactly is he here for, and what's the crisis he talked about? Why did he save him on the moon, and why the hell is he even here? They've dealt with the multiverse before. Their Clark needed to be taken down. Batman thought bringing in another Superman would help. But what he did was bring back Lois Lane. I've been made aware as to a lot in these last couple of years. Your planet is extremely violent. I mean, very much more than mine. I mean, superheroes turning on and killing each other. Yowza. Now, they're going to stare at Clark. Yowza? He's an old guy. Maybe the rules are different on his Earth. Just roll with it now. Now, Deku going to ask him, exactly what's the crisis? Right. Before I get on to that, who are you? Duville Zod. Am I not on your Earth? No, you're not. Lovely. So I don't have a counterpart with that other Justice League Kara, and I don't have one with theirs. Yes. And, well, you don't have one on Earth 3 either. I'm sorry, Earth 3? It's a lot to explain. God. Okay. In order for this to make more sense, let me try and explain it from the beginning. But first, let me explain Earth 3. Superheroes are villains. Villains are heroes. And, well, the Jester, you call him the Joker here. If I'm correct, me from this world murdered the Joker after a nuke, and you murdered the Joker in another world. The counterpart Justice League. I did it as a precaution. I see. I don't condone that. Okay, you're not my clerk. I see, okay. The look in your eyes, boy. I've seen it. I will tell you right now. As me, Superman, as old as I am, take the advice. Whatever is going on with you, your defensiveness, now, Kara would cut him off, expressing to him. He was raised more militaristic like a Zod. Cal needs to know that. He just went through a traumatic experience. They both just got their son back. Now, Clark is full silent. And right now he does gotta brush that off. Trying to express to both of the two what the current crisis is. The Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. The two are coming to blows, and right now, multiple worlds, they've been destroyed. Right now, they need to stop the Anti-Monitor. And, well, that's just the issue. The Monitor, he's gathering them from different worlds. I mean, he's already met another Superman, he's already met another Superboy, he's already tried saving another world, but they failed. They're searching for more worlds, and they happen to come across theirs at a very bad time. We had it. We would have been able to handle the Amazo. Or... no, we wouldn't. Now, Deku just fall silent before going to apologize and say thank you. And Superman, he does go to accept the apology and express to him, it was a stressful situation. Don't let it impact him. Now, right now Card is trying to ask questions. And right now this Clark will go to answer them. There's this in the multiverse, there's this in the multiverse, there's this world, there's this world, there's this one. We don't talk about that one. Now, I'm assuming everybody knows what I'm talking about. When I say pizza, you say... oh god, I feel cringy doing that. Anyway, skipping over that joke. Let's continue. Now, right now, we do actually have where Clark is going to walk out. And right now, Voss actually does somewhat sit there listening in. And right now, whenever Clark is going to open the door, there is where Voss does somewhat go to freeze for a second before trying to bring her hands up. And right now, before she can even try and explain herself, Clark would try and tell her, bringing his hand up onto her shoulder. She had every right to be curious. However, she's also Kryptonian? Yes, cloned daughter, I guess. Artificial, created. I see. Lex Luthor? Yeah. Hmm. Alright. I need to go talk to your Batman more while your parents heal. Keep an eye on them. And also, Voss. Yeah? Is the farm still where it's supposed to be? It is, but there's also a dog there. A dog? Crypto. I mean, he's from Krypton? Huh. Now, Superman's a bit more surprised. And right now he does get to leave. As right now there actually is where Voss has come walking to the room, and right now a few other people, they do start to walk down the hallway. And Deku, he does at least try to commend Voss for what happened. He's proud of her for getting her brother to safety, getting the children to safety, getting Lois to safety, and, well, getting them out of that situation. Now, Voss is still a bit more surprised, and Deku does try to talk about it. As right now the door does go to swing open, as Deku was mid-sentence. We'll talk more about it whenever we get home, especially because of what you've already done. Now, Connor is going to step in. Him trying to ask if they're interrupting something, and Deku just won't turn. No, Connor. You're not missing a lot. Other than Supergirl's already made her appearance. Oh, right, you know about that now. So, what'd you think? She did good, right? I'm not talking about this last mission, Connor. Oh, I know, Connor. We'll discuss it properly later. Right now, Voss is grounded for about 3 weeks. Now, Voss does get mad, and right now when Risha is going to try and look up to say something to her father, Deku he does stare directly at her. And right now she just stared at her dad, trying to think about something for a second. She remembers how he came in here, practically unconscious and, well, in a full body cast. God. Now, Voss has stared at her dad's hand, as right now Deku, he does somewhat go to shift and move his broken arm. And right now Voss just stares at the broken skin surrounded by her father's knuckles. And right now she does go to at least walk away a bit more begrudgingly. Now, Connor does go to see that. Him actually somewhat going to turn to act as if he was going to go after her. However, he does go to actually stop whenever he does actually somewhat go to feel Megan grab his hand. Now, Deku right now does go to turn and see that, as he does express to everybody that things are a bit strange right now. How so? Connor, Megan, can you guys give us a minute? I'd like to talk to Cass. Now, everybody they're kind of taken aback. And right now, Blue Beetle, he does try to ask questions. Why did everybody fall silent? And right now, Starfire would actually someone go to walk over and whisper into his ear something. As Blue Beetle, he does look kind of shocked, disgusted, and then surprised, as he does hear the story. Now, right now, everybody they do go to leave, and Connor, he does go to fly after Voss, since she's probably mad. Now, right now, Deku, Kara, and Cass are all sitting in the same room, and Deku, yeah. Right now, he actually does try to sit up. Deku, he does feel the pain in his ribs. And right now, he does go to ignore it, going to fully sit up and then turn his body as if he's trying to stand. And right now, whenever Cass is going to step forwards, bring her hands out, trying to carefully help Deku, there actually is where Kara does still somewhat see it. It still lingers there. and the way her mannerisms are around him, she's not going to enjoy this talk. Now, Deku, he does get into a sitting position, and right now he does sit there before going to turn and tell Cass. He really is sorry for what happened. He knows they've all been avoiding this conversation. He knows they try not to be in the same place for too long. So, before anything else weird happens, and while they do have a chance, he's gonna say this. Everything going on with him and Kara, it's happened. It's not just that, but God. Whenever the two were still younger, before him and Cass started dating, whenever he, well, Jesus, that was a long time ago. Whenever he was 15, him and Kara were exposed to red kryptonite. They remember that, right? Now, Kara actually doesn't want to turn her head. And right now, she does go to try and vocalize. She does remember that. And Cass is going to turn looking at Kara. Before Kara does go to somewhat take over. Her thinking that this will help lessen the blow to her best friend. It's very complicated, but red kryptonite gives you mood swings. Unpredictable mood swings. And apparently those emotions, they bridge onto the more intimate side too. Now, Cass is a bit confused. And right now she does somewhat understand what the two might be implying. And Deku, he does get cleared up, seeing the confusion on her face. The two made out whenever they were exposed to red kryptonite. They destroyed the barn at the Kent home, and the two decided to never speak about it again. But, well, they're letting her know right here and now, those emotions were already lingering before him and Kara got together. Before him and Cass got together. The two were only able to explore it more whenever they were kind of forced to do so. Then there's the simulation, and God, that gets so much more confusing and tricky. Now, Deku just tried to make it quite clear. And Cass, yeah. Hearing the full story in a lot more detail, it does somewhat make her feel a little bit more, well, not jealous, not mad, but sort of envious. I mean, a lot of crazy shit was happening around that time. Lois Lane died, Metropolis nuked. I mean, Duville was still trying to get over the fact that he was brainwashed. He was trying to get over the fact that, oh, now, Cass was going to stand up and think. Her wishing the two a very good life and expressing to them. She gets it. She really does. Now, Cass is going to walk away. And right now she just has it in her mind. The reason why her and Deku broke things off. Not officially? No. They tried giving the relationship effort whenever he came back to his senses. They had to adjust to a lot of things. And her relationship with him. Cass is going to bring her hand up. And right now she just think. Her going to somewhat bring her finger to her mouth. Her relationship with Duville was good, one of a kind. Oh God, did she fuck up? She tried to help her friend. Connor? No, she tried to help everybody. They were trying to grieve. They lost Garfield. Now, right now, Cass is trying to keep herself together. Her is going to burst into tears. And right now, she is going to at least fly down the hallway. Now, right now we do actually have some time later. Kara was able to get out of the hospital. And she decided to take back over taking care of their son from, well, let's just say Harley, Lucy, and, well, at least either Voss, if she didn't run away, or one of the members of the team. Now, let's just leave it at somebody random. And right now, there actually was our Deku. He talked to Batman about what was going on. Because apparently they also dealt with the Starro in space. You know, the Red Lantern Starro. The one terrorizing the universe that they didn't know a single thing about? Why the fuck did no one tell them about this thing? Oh god, it could have come to Earth. Now, they could just think. Immune from brainwashing. Check 1. Immune from rage. Not really. Now, Deku's worried about that. They took down Starro. Okay, good. Something at least good happened. Now, right now Deku, he does at least try to wait and heal. And we do actually have a bit of time later. Deku, he gets out of the hospital, breaks off his cast, and decides to head back to the farm. He has time to spend with his son, and hopefully this time he doesn't get shot. I mean, either it happens or it doesn't. 50-50. 60-40? 70-30? You know what? Never mind. Now, right now, Deku, he does come flying down as he does get a walk through the door. And right now, Deku does go to someone turn and see Kara. Him going to smile as Kara actually is leaning on the counter. And she actually does go to stand all the way back up as Deku, he actually just goes to walk up and bring his hand out, grabbing it onto Kara's. Today has been real crazy. Yeah. Her gonna look down at the hand, expressing, today's been full of surprises. Now, Deku actually is gonna bring his hands out. And right now, Kara, she's a bit confused. However, there is where Deku, he does gonna talk about a few other things. Now, Deku is gonna turn and walk over to a cabinet, going to open it up and express. With what happened the other day, Aval got disturbed and he might have an aversion to loud sounds. He doesn't fully know how human babies and Kryptonian babies are different, but hey, they'll get over it. Now, Kara does at least try and continue the conversation. And Deku, after he does start to at least get a few things put together and made, there is where Deku, he currently does get a turn and see Kara, who right now she is chopping something, and Deku, he does get at least comment on that, expressing to her, as he's going to walk over and wrap his hands around her, going to lean his head over her shoulder, that he does want to know though, things have been weird with this other Superman, and apparently there's a version of her. So, how does she think that that's going to go? I don't know. Honestly, I'm concerned about a lot. Now, Deku, he's kind of confused. As right now, Kara, she is going to someone to clear her throat and express. Ahem. Now, Deku is going to turn his head and someone going to lean backwards and away from Kara. As right now, he does turn and see Kara. God damn it, another Bizarro? Deku fully turning to face Kara. And right now, Kara does stand there with some groceries in hand, expressing to Duville, I see you've met the counterpart. Now, Deku currently does going to at least turn back to the other Kara. And right now, the other Kara will go to bring her hand up and grab Duville by his wrist. Her going to get his hand away from, well, her butt, expressing to him, as she's going to fully turn, and Deku, he does get a good look at her. She is happy to meet him, her going to let go of his hand, and Deku, he does so and go to bolt away and over to Kara. Right now, him staying right next to her, before going to look directly at her, looking at the other Kara and asking, is she sure one of them isn't a Bizarro? I mean, he thought the other Superman, he came over here alone. Kara actually going to throw out her fist and punch him across the face. Before there is where Deku, he does then actually at least get a turn to look back at Kara. As a Power Girl, she just don't stare on, expressing going to lean against the counter. Honestly, she doesn't blame him. I mean, honestly, this is so eerie. Now, Kara is going to comment on it. Her going to walk up to her and express, Yeah, she's honestly not used to this mere match type shit right now either. Honestly, this is so weird. Now, both the two do go to throw up their hands, as right now there is with the two to go to lower them and go to at least mimic each other's movements, since they're trying to be sporadic. No, that didn't work. Try and be random. That didn't work either. Okay, well, they're trying to be both the two going to throw out flat palms. And right now, the two do go to collide hands, as right now, the entire room will go to feel a small shockwave. And everything just suddenly go to shift. Now, Deku, he does not stand there, still expressing, looking at both of them. Yeah, honestly, he's just gonna say this right now. Whoever is his Kara, please change or wear something to differentiate them. Now, Power Girl doesn't go to look at Duville, expressing, why? He afraid something might happen? Now, Kara doesn't go to punch herself in the arm. And right now, the other Kara will go to bring her hand up, grabbing at her shoulder, expressing, hey, it's just a joke. You're talking about my husband. Alternate you, still my husband too. Um, that's not how that works. Well, honestly, today's been full of awkward surprises, so I'm gonna go before anything else weird happens. Now, Power Girl currently will gonna fly away, and right now Deku, he'll gonna turn and ask her, why the hell didn't she say or call or anything that the alternate version of herself was on Earth? I didn't expect you to be all over her like that. I was trying. That was supposed to be you. That's not funny. I'm not trying to joke, Kara. I swear I thought she was you. Oh my god, that was weird. Yeah, very weird. Especially whenever I see you basically. Uh... Now, Kara just stared at Duville, expressing to him, whatever she was trying to make, he's learning to cook. He's going to make up to her with that. And Deku, he does someone go to walk back into the kitchen. Him at least going to try and prepare a few things, as Aval would eventually start crying. And Deku, while he does go to turn the heat down a bit, he does go to bolt into the next room. Deku, he does take care of Aval. Him figuring out what he might need. He might either have lost his pacifier, needed to be fed, or need to be changed. And right now, after going to somewhat sit down with his son for a second, and at least try to keep a good monitor of the food with his nose, he calmed him down and got him changed. And then, well, he also at least got a few other things ready. Right now, him going to take a deep breath, set his son down, and go to walk back outside the room. Now, Deku right now is going to walk over, turn the heat back on, and try to express to Kara. A lot of things happened today. I'm going to stir around the food. Yeah, it did. So, her going to walk into the kitchen, as right now she does go to sit there with an empty glass in hand, asking him if he'd like a glass. Yeah, so, before I got here, what was going on? Oh, she wanted to teach me a recipe that Ma Kent of her Earth taught her. I see that, but aren't we out of... Nope, got him right here. We're gonna hold up some eggs. Expressing. She got him from the store. Well, she says store because the farm, you know. Right. She said store bought, right? Yeah, I guess. But the other eggs, they're all good. She said specifically, though, this brand? I don't know if it makes them taste different or something. Maybe the Kents of that family, or that or don't farm chickens. Oh, that could have been a possibility. Now, Kara tries to think. A counterpart of her. Huh. I mean, she heard about the other version of herself from that one world, but they didn't come over. And she always was kind of concerned about missing meeting herself. But now she's meeting herself again. Ah, of course. And she walks in on him and herself practically about to go at it in the kitchen. Ah, this is so annoying. Now, Kara tries to calm down. And right now, after going to successfully do so, there is where Deku just try to talk to her. Express to her that he does need to talk to her about something else, though. So you brought that up as what? Honestly, I thought that would probably help. Distract your mind and take it off of what I'm about to tell you. Okay, what happened? To free Diana and get her help, trying to save a Vol, I needed to go to Themyscira. I got that part. I may or may not have had to make a deal with Hippolyta. Diana's mother? Yeah, yeah. So, don't be mad when I tell you she doesn't want me for that. She doesn't want me to uh, cause a few earthquakes. She wants me to stay on the island, help train the Amazons, understand a bit more about man's world. They think that Diana, she may have been corrupted by man's world, so they want to see what the world's like before they go out and explore it. You want to stay on an island of warrior women who haven't seen a man in a long time. Okay, Duvel, there's a lot of dumb things I've heard you say. Her gonna actually bring out her hands, expressing to him. But this is the dumbest. They may have gotten Diana, but does he want to finish or continue? Because it's about the regime. No. Deku, he does go try and tell Diana that go. He does go try and tell Kara about Diana. Expressed to her about how she jumped at the mention of Clark. Him and her are together, and right now she does have at least free reign on the island. She's willing to comply because he made a cage out of emotion. The same cage that's keeping Clark trapped now has her. Right now, Diana might be able to be rehabilitated. That is all he's going to say. You want to try and rehabilitate her, of all people. Themyscira, of all places. I know. I already sort of know how bad earlier looked, so I'm telling you now so you can work off some stress. Now, Kara, she just tried to take a deep breath. And right now, she's going to try and tell Duvel. Yeah, she'll work off some stress. But right now, her going to actually bring her hand up and grab at his shirt, expressing, he is going to help. Right now, they are going to leave Voss to take care of the baby. Or maybe they can just drop him off with Lois, go to that island, explore it a bit. Now, they're going to see the way Kara is acting. Ham's going to back away and think one of two things. Okay, number one, he pushed her over a limit. Not good. Number two, she snapped. And right now she needs to unsnap. Number three, okay, whoever is in front of him right now is not his wife. It is either the other Kara. Wait. Okay, that might be a possibility. Or she's a about to now. Kara right now will going to actually bring her hand up and grab the pan, grabbing it fully with her full hand. Her going to move it off the heat and express. The recipe might have been boring anyways. Her going to grab Deku and right now pull him into the counter. Now, Deku is someone going to crack it. And right now Deku, he actually going to lean in kiss his wife. And right now Kara is going to comment on it. The two starting to make out a little in the kitchen. Now, right now there actually is Voss. Voss went through a full day of training. I mean, she was learning so much from that alternate version of Clark, and she met the alternate version of her mom. That lady could have been her twin sister. Holy shit. Crazy day. Wow. Now, Voss right now is going to walk up to the door. And right now she will go to focus on super hearing, try and hear if her parents, they might be talking about her. However, she does start to hear a few more things before going to look through the door, her going to turn and going to bring her hands up. Oh my god. Now, right now she does decide to leave. Because coming back here right now, yeah, maybe it wasn't the best. You know what? She's done. Alternate versions of her parents, them having a Vol, her going through all this training. God, it's so... She needs a break. She's already grounded and her dad has her in trouble. But his espionage techniques are the ones he's been trying to teach her. Put that to use in training. If she doesn't come back... Oh, she has a fun idea. Now, right now Voss, she's going to fly away. And Deku and Kara, the two are left a little distracted as to where their daughter may have gone. She's got superpower. She's indestructible. She could feel a bus run into her and nothing happen. So there's nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. Now, right now, Voss, she does head to the bunker. And right after talking to some younger Kryptonians and expressing about what she wants to do, a lot of them are confused. Especially because some of them, they're not too sure really how to do what she's saying. Now, Voss, she was trying to at least get them to follow and listen to her, trying to explain to them a few things she can teach them. And right now, some of them, they think that she's a bit reckless. But I mean, hey, a chance to get out of here? Yeah, maybe they'll take that. Now, right now, a few people do go to run off with Voss. And right now, Deku and Kara, the two, they are going to spend the rest of this night a little together and a little with family. Right now, after they get done with what they're doing, they are going to sit down, watch a movie, and wait for Voss to get home. Maybe she'll come home a little late. They won't scold her for that. The reveal of her powers, though, to the world, yeah, they definitely need to have that conversation again. Especially now that the two are horizontal. And, well, they're not, in a situation. Now, right now, Voss, she is left unaware that the two are waiting for her. And right now, her and a bunch of other preteens, I never did say how old Voss was. I said she was just around the age of a teenager. Yeah, I remember saying that. Now, right now, Voss and many other people, they currently are being a little bit reckless with their powers. And right now, the kids, they go to have some fun. Right now, we do actually have over in another universe. Right now, the Justice League, they're facing off against the threat. And right now, they are trying to take it down. The Justice League, they're trying to stop Brainiac. And honestly, things have been getting a bit more complicated. As Superman, currently, he does get a punch through a robot. And right now, there actually is where the Flash does come running up, and right now he will go to run and phase through the robot, as currently he does go through it, and then go to run through a few others, destroying many of them, as Flash would actually go to stop and turn. Him going to express, as he does stare at their Batman, and at least get a turn to their cyborg, trying to talk about what's going on. As currently Shazam, he's looking up, and everybody there trying to talk to him, ask him if he saw something up there, like a ship. And Shazam will get a point, asking Superman exactly what that might be up there. Now, Clark is going to look up, and right now his eyes they fill with horror. As right now Superman, he's just staring up at the sky, not saying a word, eyes full of nothing but absolute terror. It's nothing. There's nothing up there. What is that? Now, the Justice League they take Superman's look of shock and horror to be bad. And right now they decide to try and either stop what they can or get the fuck out of here. However, it doesn't take long. The Justice League they try and leave and do something. But this is not just going to one world. This isn't just affecting Earth. It's everywhere. And right now we do actually have Batman. Batman, he currently is trying to fly in the Batplane, trying to outrun whatever this is. But he finally runs out of Earth. And right now he currently is flying the plane straight. Before he's headed for a dead patch of nothing. There's nothing in front of him, nothing behind him, nothing above or below. And right now Batman, he's at the end. As right now Batman, we're going to fly straight into nothing. And, well, it ends. The Justice League of this world, the Justice League of this time, this era, this century. The Justice League of this Earth. And right now, the Anti-Monitor, he stares on content. As somebody else, they watch this Earth die. They've watched these worlds die thousands of times. And every day, every time, it's always the same. Somebody is running from it. They think it's localized to their planet. They think it's not all of reality. And right now, this person, they feel terrified. They watched their universe die. They watched the multiverse they were connected to die. And another multiverse, it's going to go again. This is his existence, life. But it has to end sometime, right? No. No, he's stuck here. He is the witness. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.